Hey!
Hi
Hi,
guys.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
we are back for
Back
another
again.
recap. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo woo.
Okay, so let's get straight down to business because I got some thoughts.
Okay, what's the first topic?
Um, all right, so booty calls.
Oh,
Right from the beginning, Jake and Olivia running, and Jake telling Olivia how he's not living in an apartment anymore. He got a hotel room,
Right.
and so Olivia can come to him whenever she wants, whatever. And she's like, "Oh, I don't do booty calls," and I just um, hmm.
yes. what are what are your feelings on that, Candace?
Right.
Listen, this is how I feel about it. When in the moment, oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. I'm kind of going in chronological order, so I don't really want to go to what happened at the end yet right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
But in
Okay.
that moment, I was like, okay, Olivia, sis, that's cute for you, but we already know how this is gonna work. So,
Right. Right.
Pretty much.
but that was
Yeah.
cute.
That it
That she was
was it
like,
was cute how
oh,
she tried to act like she had this in the bag, but we all know she don't. It's okay.
right. You not about that life in my life.
She not.
Okay.
I'm just gonna really
So,
stay
oh,
on this subject.
um, so Cyrus and Olivia's conversation. My question with that was clearly he was blackmailing her. Excuse me.
Right.
I gotta. Okay. Had to burp. um, did she actually call Fitz or the White House every day? Clearly not while she was on the island, because she didn't have a phone while she was on the island, but perhaps when she came back, like, was she
I
calling
have a
every
question
day?
about that too, though.
Yeah, or was Cyrus just gonna lie on her as blackmail? And she was like, no, like, if it's a lie, why would she agree to it anyway? But then if it's the truth, why would she agree? Like, what's this win-lose situation that he's
Right.
blackmailing her with?
Right. That's my question too, because I was like confused, because I was like, whether it's true or not, like, why does it matter if she called? If she called and you're using that against her for blackmail, wouldn't that be blackmail used against you, because she called, you're the one who supposedly picked up, or you were aware of her calling?
Right.
How did it not get back to Fitz? So
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that be on you and not Olivia? So that's what confused me about it.
Yeah, really, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
I was confused about that
Maybe
too.
we missed something.
Confused.
Maybe we just
yeah,
not here.
I couldn't tell if it was truth or not. So when it was said, it wasn't like I was in my feels, because it's like, a lot of people I saw on Twitter or whatever was like, oh my God, she called him every day, and I was just like,
I don't think so,
Mm,
but I don't know. I
yeah, we
probably
don't.
so
just watched it like
No.
eight
and
more
one of y'all
times.
had a clear
No.
understanding that tweet us, because. But I feel like the great thing about this show and the writing and stuff is that it's interpreted in so many different ways. Like, for one person that reads one way, but for another person it reads a different way. But it's all the same show. So, I don't know.
I'm not trying to like make it something that it's not, but it's almost kind of like the Bible. Like, people interpret the Bible their own way. So
Mhm.
That's true, Lauren. Yeah. That is so true. It's all the same
Yeah.
Bible. It's
the
all the
scandal's
same
not the
Bible.
Bible. Just
Yeah.
want to make that clear. But
So anyway,
but yeah.
um,
So
the case of the week. All I heard, all I heard from that was divorce, divorce, divorce.
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 That was interesting, though. I don't know if it's just because Olivia seems different in general, or if it's because this case in terms of the people were a little bit more intense than usual. But like the way she was handling it was like much more hands-on, if that makes sense. It was so much more. Yeah, it was much more aggressive.
Yeah, she was being close with him.
When she took the what did she take from the girl? When she first came into the house, first of all, can we just stop and just say how beautiful Kerry Washington was on that scene? My God, like I was just like, sis, like how you gonna slay us while you take the fire extinguisher?
It's not fair. It's not.
I was so sick with her. I was just so tired. I was already mad that I missed Scandal. I was just like, here she go coming on my screen, slaying people. Like you have no respect. Sit down. You're hurting me.
That's a problem.
But she was.
Yeah. So how do you guys? Oh.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Lauren.
How did you guys feel about that though? Because it's like our first, even though we had our first case of the season, first episode, but this is like really getting into it. How do you guys feel about it, like so far, about her being once again, OPA?
I thought that I remember texting you guys. I was just like, I'm waiting for this episode to turn up. Like, it was just. It was okay. It wasn't like anything. Oh, I knew that.
And I knew you were gonna say that.
I knew that they were gonna get there. Because this is Olivia Pope. Just like what Cyrus said to Abby, I have 100% confidence that Olivia Pope will get that couple to the State of the Union.
Right.
So, it. I guess was different about me. I don't know exactly what kind of episode I need for me to be like, oh my God, Scandal was so great. Usually for me, a lot of the episodes that everybody hates is the one that I love. So when people be like, oh, it went kind of slow for me, or it wasn't that great, or it wasn't my favorite, I'm like, huh? Or on the flip side, when someone's like, oh, that episode was so great, I'm just like, huh? But in this, I had to watch it several times, I guess. It really was good, and it was like classic Scandal, but it didn't have me like, oh my God!
We're getting there.
Yeah,
oh my God.
And that's the thing. People also expect Scandal to be high stakes and intense.
They expect it to be here every single episode. They expect it to be here all the time, at every moment, at every second. But I keep telling people, if it's already here, how do you expect it to go any higher?
Right.
They don't get it.
It's like if you want to go up the roller coaster,
you have to start from the. Come on, Lauren. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But really,
talk to people.
It's frustrating though, because that's what I was telling my friend, because she was like, when on the first episode, she was like, I had so many expectations, and I was just like, look, this is why I don't come in with expectations, because
you can't.
You can't.
You really can't.
You just enjoy the ride,
especially with Scandal.
So it was like a nice wooden roller coaster that you get on and you have fun on. It's not like the tall roller coaster with the steep drop. It wasn't that kind of episode.
It ain't no King Dakar.
Right.
It's like the El Toro.
Exactly.
But I was, like you said, I was so happy with Olivia Pope being back and present and take no prisoners and in your face.
Yes.
I love that.
So, Fitz in the White House, what was he doing again? Was it equal pay that they were? No. What was this episode?
That was the first one, wasn't it? They were trying to get equal pay. That was the first
I
one.
can't remember why I wrote this in my notes, but I was just saying this is the most Democratic Republican president.
Right? Fitz is.
He really is.
I really don't think that he's Republican. But
I don't think Fitz knows what he is. Just like if you go back to watching when he wait, was it the last episode of the season finale of season 3? Like when Eli Rowland was like, "Oh, you're living your father's dream. Like, don't use my creation to make you a man," kind of speech.
Yeah, that was
and
good.
I feel like Fitz is president just because he feels like he needs to prove something. But I don't really believe that he's president because this is what he wants. So like he is a little boy, just like Cyrus often refers to him as a child. And I feel like that's how he is. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Just like I keep going back to so many episodes, like the episode when she got felt up in the elevator and then she reprimanded him about it later, and she was like, what do you want? He was like, I don't know what you want from me, and she was like, that's your problem.
Oh my God, that's my. Oh my God. Yeah, I love that scene.
He doesn't know what he wants. He's always trying to like please everybody else or do what everybody else wants him to do. So I think that's why it seems like even though he's supposed to be Republican, he leans towards the more democratic decisions because I feel like he's not who his father was, point blank period.
Right.
Which is a good thing. Sort of, kind of. Kind of, sort of.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about how even though Olivia Pope is 100% back on her Olivia Pope-ish, she's so unaware. It's like, you know who I'm going to compare her to? You know those, like those youth preachers or whatever who think they're down, but they are so not down.
Yep, definitely know those.
They try to connect with like the youth, and they think they're hip and stuff, and it's like you have no clue what's really going on inside in here.
Right.
At all.
At all. So, like Olivia Pope was kind of like, Abby, excuse me, was
Mother
giving the press conference and going on and like snapping at them and stuff. And Olivia was telling Cyrus what to tell Abby, and then Olivia gets up on TV and
says it herself.
And so Abby was just like, "Excuse me, ma'am, how about you clean your own house before you come up to my house and try to clean mine?"
They're not trying to hear you.
You don't even know that Quinn and Huck are over there doing freaky things with your father.
On your table. On your table, sis. On your table. I mean, you've been eating at that table thinking nothing went down.
Come on.
You know what I mean? At your table. So get right.
Y'all was eating takeout Chinese on that table, bro.
They didn't even wash that table unless they did it. Unless it's like behind the scenes or deleted scenes. They didn't even wash that table. I'm gonna get that every time somebody eats there.
So,
does Maria come by and cause that's nasty.
Consuela?
Did you just say Maria? Did you? I didn't see.
I'm sorry. That was
come by and give that table.
But in the movies, the maid's name is always Maria or
that's true. Maria.
Yolanda or something.
So yeah,
Maria.
that we are going to be making strides, hopefully, in this in this season with Olivia Pope being more aware of things. But like I said, season 3, people don't want to give Olivia Pope a pass, but
She got one.
through some traumatic stuff. So I don't know.
Definitely.
I wasn't as hard on her as other people were. I did think that she was way off and she lost her spunk, but I wasn't hard on her because she had crazy parents. And just like Carrie said in that interview, sometimes you gotta break down to break through. Oh,
That's always.
My God, that's a hallelujah.
That is.
That's a hallelujah.
That is.
Oh, Jesus.
My God, listen. Listen. I swear that's why I deal with Carrie the way I do. Because, God, when she said that.
Couldn't you have ran around the room twice?
I could have. I'm about to get up and run now. But, God, that's
Ciao.
My God.
So, Morning Melly.
Listen.
Melly broke my heart, bruh. That's all I have to say. Like,
Melly was funny, like in the beginning when she was like, it's
eating the chicken.
It's the pit show. But when she fell after the State of the Union, I wanted to literally jump into my TV, be her usher, put a blanket over her legs and hug her and pray with her because I did not know what to do. I didn't
listen.
Because how people say, like, sometimes it's like a certain scene in a movie that sparks something in you. Like, I know that kind of pain. And I was just like, oh, my God. To want to rip it. When she was ripping her pearls off.
Yes.
I was just like, sis, no, get up. I'm about to cry right now.
Right.
And then when you hear her voice break when she was saying, leave me be, I was just like, man. And I was like, I know like a lot of people sometimes like they get in their feelings and they like get a little too overboard with the whole like when Fitz is caring. I love when Fitz is caring towards Melly because, I believe that they are in some way still friends at least. And I was happy when, he came over and he was like, get out of here. And he was like, I'm so sorry. Because she needs that. Like, she needs somebody to be there and, hold her and tell her it's going to be okay. Because I know she feels like it's not going to be okay. Like, she lost her child. Like, that's a lot to deal with. And my heart goes out to Melly. Like, I really feel for Melly.
I really, really, like, can you imagine something that you gave life to, you have to watch life leave? Like that, listen.
And the way
when Melly fell on the floor, I was done.
Oh.
It was like we thought we had her back. And see, I think what really got us was we thought we had her back. Like, I knew she was still going through it, but when she showed up at the State of the Union, I was just like, maybe she'll cry or like tears. Like,
like you had this feeling of like you had this like feeling of relief because you see her get up when Fitz introduces her and like she gets up and claps, and you feel like, oh wow, she's strong. And not to say that she's not still strong, because she still is. But you still didn't like I kind of feel like you didn't really expect her to break down the way she did later on.
I did not.
Even though
I was looking for her to break down at the State of the Union, like as soon as she got up, I was looking for her to just burst in tears, but she didn't. And when she didn't do that, I was like, okay, she made it. We made it. Okay, it's over. But then when she like was walking, and like I was just like, oh my God. It was, I don't know, like my heart was just so broken.
Yeah. It really was, man.
After watching that, I swear I needed a spiritual encounter because I just didn't know what to do with myself. I was really, really like torn. Like, oh my God, I really, really feel bad for Melly. Like, she needs. Like you said though, I'm glad that Fitz is being there for her. Like, you don't need to see this. You know what I mean? Because not everybody gets to see you grieve, and the way how he was like guarding her and just caring for her, I thought that was just great. Cause like they are friends, like you said, they are friends.
Yeah,
and then it also shows that Fitz is a good person. Like, okay, I get that people want Fitz to be with Olivia, but he has to showcase that he's at least a good man, a good person, a good human being, in order for you to want a person to be with another person and feel like they're good for each other. Because if he would have just, regardless of his feelings for anybody, if he would have just let her fall to the floor and cry by herself, I wouldn't want Fitz. Like, no. Just like when she had to tell Fitz about Big Jerry, and he was like, she was like, I know you can't leave her now, and he was like, yeah, he was like, not now, and she was like, I wouldn't want you,
exactly.
if knowing what you know, you left her now, because
he has to prove himself. So I think we're gonna see hopefully an amicable Melly and Fitz. Because
I want to see an amicable Olivia though. Like, I need to see them like at least be civil.
They love each other so much. Like Carrie and Melly, they love each other so much, and we're like, we just want to see them. Like, come on, sis, be friends about it. Grow up. You sleeping with my dude. I already know the tea. Let's be friends. Like I already know. Let's be friends.
Let's be friends.
I won't talk about it to you. I won't tell you what we're doing and how we're doing it, but let's be friends. Like,
let's be friends.
But, Shonda would, she's not going to let us be friends. Well, never say never, Marsha.
So three things I wanted to say in regards to the Melly thing. One, knowing that the chicken was fake made it way less appetizing the second time around. And the quote that Cyrus said, "A broken heart is a broken heart. To take measure is cruelty." I was like, come on in the room.
Hallelujah. That was definitely a hallelujah.
That's real. That's real.
That is so true.
That's so real.
Yeah,
but
it's so real.
Melly's clapback was even realer. She was basically like, okay, that's cute for you, but not the same.
Nope.
You don't know my story. Basically, like, you don't know my story.
You can understand both sides, because I mean, at the end of the day, truth is losing a loved one who is your partner and losing a loved one who is your child is different. Point blank period. That is different. Exactly. However, I understand where Cyrus was coming from. You can't, just because your pain may seem worse than mine, or your tragedy may seem worse than mine, doesn't take away the fact that I still have feelings, that I still, you know what I'm saying, I still had this tragedy. Exactly. So I understand both sides.
But I kind of side with Melly in this regard, in that, like, when you bear a child for 9 months and then give birth to it and raise it and feed it and clothe it.
But see, the reason why I feel like it's different for Melly is not just about her raising her child, because, like, you got to think about the fact that they sent their children off to boarding school. I think her grief is more guilt, because she didn't let herself know Jerry because of what she said. She was afraid of who he might be. But when she said, I thought, he might be Big Jerry's, when all along he was yours, but he was always mine. And that should have been her driving force to love him the way she should have, because he was always hers.
Oh my God.
And so I think that is more her being.
And this is Evangelist Lauren, people.
Right.
And this is Evangelist Lauren.
We're gonna collect a love offering.
Like, I'm just saying. And this is Evangelist Lauren. You gotta say it like you're deep. And this is Evangelist Lauren. You can't be hype when you traditional evangelist.
Thus saith the word of the Lord.
This is the word of the Lord. Amen.
Right.
But that's how I feel about it.
True.
Now, is it just me, or when Huck read Quinn in that daggone bathroom, like
a book.
Like he said, "Oh, you pull my teeth. Excuse me, you don't mind your business. That's why I pulled your teeth." I said, "Yeah."
And she doesn't.
Listen, sis had no more pages in her book when Huck got done with her. She's like, wait, Huck, when did you start reading people? I was so. He was like, and if I had to do it again, I would. I said, how you gonna read me and then threaten her? Like, really? You don't mind your own business? Like, he was really going, like, I've never seen Huck, like, read like that. And when he did it, I was just like, okay. I don't know why
nobody ever said that to Quinn before. Nobody ever, well, no. Huck did say to her that she asking too many questions, or just leave it alone, something along those lines, like in season 2 and 3. I feel like calm down.
I feel like Huck has always been the one to be the most truthful with Quinn, because I feel like he's the only one who cares enough to do so.
Right.
True.
Because I don't feel like everybody else loves Quinn.
Like Olivia took her under her wing. And now that she knows that she's safe under her wing, it's like, okay, well, my egg is in the basket. I don't need to care for it.
True.
So.
It's unfortunate. I don't think Olivia knows how to love.
Like I told y'all in that video.
She thinks housing people is love.
Liv, I don't even know if Liv wants, she wants love, but she messed herself up. Like, I don't remember if y'all remember that video I sent y'all when we were texting, and I was, really, really upset, and I was ranting. And I said that Olivia will never experience love, or that kind of love that we want her to experience, because she set herself up when she was like, I want painful, devastating, difficult, life-changing love. Like, since she'll never get to experience that, that they love. You know what I mean? Like, this is my boo. You'll never really get to experience that.
I don't know. I understand what she was saying, but I don't think she was necessarily saying that she wants love that's unattainable. I think she's saying that she wants real love, because even though people say, oh, well, that's not love. Love shouldn't hurt. But the truth is love is supposed to hurt, but not in the way that people think. Love isn't supposed to hurt by, with a fist. That's definitely not what it means. And love isn't supposed to hurt, meaning, oh, he cheated on me. But that's love. That's not what it means. Love hurts because you go through things with your partner. Love is something so difficult. Like, people don't understand. It's so complicated. And when people say love hurts, it doesn't necessarily mean that the other person is the one hurting you. It just means that the experience is going to hurt, because it's not going to be easy. Whether it means my partner just received news that he or she has cancer, love hurts. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what they mean by love hurts, or just being difficult with each other, not showing each other, how you feel, not communicating. It's so complicated. So I think that's what she means. I don't think she means that she wants somebody to not treat her right.
No, let me see. I'm sorry if I came off as not wanting someone to treat her right, but like you said, it'll always be a struggle with her love. It'll never just be simple and easy. Not saying that, because I don't really think that nobody love is simple and easy, but I think that in the mind of the people that watch TV, they want her life to be simple and easy, like love just simple and easy. I want Melly off the picture, and I want Fitz and Olivia to be together. I want them to get a house in Vermont, make jam, just everybody leave America. We don't need a president. You know what I mean? Who's going to run? That's what I mean. But it'll never be that easy or simple. It'll always be difficult. You know what I mean? Like when he got shot, that was life changing for her. Like you said, love hurts, but not saying. So I mean, yeah, Lauren, Evangelist Lauren, yeah.
Stop.
That's it.
Okay, so so we got off track. We were on Morning Melly. Are we going towards another
we were on
subject?
Huck and Quinn.
Oh, Huck and all right.
I'm sorry, but can we go back to that the chicken? When I saw it on the props, I was just like, that looked like an egg roll. Like on the inside, it kind of looks like an egg roll.
Yeah, dude.
It kind of looks like an egg roll, shaped like chicken. I was like,
that's nasty.
I was really upset because I got hungry after watching her eat the chicken, and then she was like, it's crispy, and keep in mind, I just got out of church. So, she was like, it's crispy. I was like, oh, what? I'm going to go to bye-bye. And then when I woke up in the morning, and you know, I'm at the airport or whatever, and I'm thinking about fried chicken, and then I happen to go on Twitter, and then I see, like, Scandal Prop, and I said, what is an egg roll? What is this? Why did y'all do this to me? Like, I didn't even want no chicken. I was so upset. I was like, really, I'm disgusted. Like, y'all really tricked me. But back to Huck and
Quinn. And then, so after Quinn and Huck had their altercation, then Olivia had to come in and fix it up because while they were off having a lover's quarrel, old girl went and stabbed her husband with a corkscrew. So
they done messed
Liv
up.
was like, okay, let me gather these heifers. Let me gather them. And was like, pull yourself together.
The lady from Despicable Me.
Right. So she, you know, that's when she had the aha moment, I guess, that she's not as in touch as she thought she was. And so I hope that not now, granted, I don't need her to be in everybody's personal lives like she was.
But she definitely needs to be more involved.
David. Like, you don't need to get into people's personal lives, but you do need to check in and see how they are, and especially if they're having relations and they're working together, you need to be checking in and making sure that business is still going to be handled. And if not, you know, positions might need to be considered.
Come on in the back of the PA.
If you can't do your job because you're too busy screwing this person or thinking about screwing this person, you might need to go on a break or something.
Right.
We just gave you a vacation, boo. Like, get yourself together.
Right. We really did.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The thing that when I just really, maybe it's just me, but I really don't like when people disrespect Olivia Pope. Like when Huck was like, "Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me."
But see, I understood where Huck was coming from.
Like I said, like I said, you know, it's just me though. Like Olivia could be wrong, and I just like be like,
it's not that she's wrong.
Like that. I'm not saying at this moment or that scene, but I'm just talking about in general. Like.
But he always had that attitude towards her. She keep trying it, so, you know.
She really do be trying very hard.
But Huck in general is not a very affectionate person.
Right.
I mean, like, whatever, and then because even what he has with Quinn is very I was going to say unhealthy, but that's not for me to decide. It's very abnormal to what we're used to.
Yeah.
So he's just not he's not keen to people, are you okay? Like, back up.
So,
Thug life.
But, I mean, he does know how to get information. She does know how to get information out of him that other people can't.
True.
And that was especially evident in the 752 episode.
Yeah.
Right.
19
Yes.
or whatever.
Right.
So, in that regard, that's important. But I just say don't touch him unless he's like, excuse me, can you hold me? Can you hug me? Can you grab my hand?
Yeah, because she did cradle him when he cried after Quinn found his family.
Yeah.
Right. He was vulnerable. He was vulnerable.
So
So
when
he
he
does
comes
allow
to you
it.
when he comes to you because he want to be touched, then
Then you touch him.
go on and lay hands.
Yeah, because I don't need him. I don't need Olivia trying to force a touch, and then she up on the car being choked out again.
Right.
Because like Sally say, the devil came in. Like I don't need that. I don't need that. But I mean,
Oh god. Yeah, no.
All right. So the State of the Union address. Girl.
Child.
So, okay, this is the first time that I watched the episode. And Olivia comes in with the couple, and then Fitz came in the room. And I was just like, I was looking at it like, all right. My feels came. And this is why. So, the last State of the Union address that we saw, I believe was 208. And that was when they was in Camp David,
right,
getting freaky and stuff. And
right.
basically, she advised him on that whole speech.
Yeah, yes.
Did.
So I think it was this episode was kind of a nod to that, in that he's gonna make this huge address that only comes once every so often. I'm not political, so I don't know how often the president gives a State of the Union address. And I'm sure he's given more, like, that we haven't seen. Or maybe we have seen one before, I just don't remember. And I'm sure he's consulted her. We just have to fill in those blanks in our mind. But this is the second time that we've actually seen it. And so, like, him saying, I want you to look over this. And then she looks at it, she's like, looks at him, looks at the thing, looks at him, snap shit. I'm like,
You got such an attitude.
yes,
You got such an attitude.
he
Like,
sure does. But listen, I would have snatched it from him too after he said, well, this the least you could do, or you owe me this much.
He was like, don't you think you owe me this much?
When he said that, I was like,
it honestly took me out of the moment. Like, I was so done. I was like, can this be over? I was so mad he said that.
I don't know why.
Like, I owe you not a thing.
I don't know why the Grants thinks that Olivia Pope owes them something, because she owes them nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a
Completely
thing.
nothing. Let me get this. Nothing.
Because what have you done for her? What have any of you, Cyrus, Nelly, Fitz, what have you done for her?
That we're not gonna talk about how Liv did all that for him to win the election. You know what I mean? She didn't put herself on the line. Like, that wasn't even like we all know, she didn't want to do it, but she did. You know what I mean?
But Olivia has bent over backwards so many times for him, and for him to be like, don't you think you owe me this? And squeeze me? You know what you owe me, boo? We're not going to go there today.
I went to jail trying to do something nice for you. But I owe you something? Sit down.
Sweetheart.
Sit down. God.
Oh,
she already think everything is her fault.
She needs me. She needs me. I will be right
with you. What you gonna say, Candace?
The other piece of this scene that got me. Remember in 401 when Fitz came out onto the balcony and Melly was like, I wouldn't kill myself. I'm not you. And then Fitz was like, we're not going to talk about that. And she was like, oh, yeah, we can't talk about. So I'll just add it to the list. Can't talk about Fitz's suicide, Melly's rape, missing mistress, dead son, any of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So clearly from that conversation, he didn't want to talk about what happened in his family, with his family and with Jerry at all.
Right.
And so it wasn't until Olivia came and told him, basically, talk about what happened, that he talked about it. It's like, okay, man, sir, now I'm going to need you to stop. Oh, that was a good smack.
That was. Yes! Yes!
I'm going to need you to stop relying so much on Olivia for your life decisions. Are you a man or not?
Speak, sis.
Listen. The way you just brought forth the word like that, Candace.
Speak.
The way you just brought, like you literally handed to the people. People, open up your hands and get it. Because they're not trying to hear you.
I'm making it plain.
Make it plain.
Because this needs to stop.
Receive it, Lauren. Receive it.
You know what? He can't function without her.
You know what I'm noticing? A lot of people are. I feel the shift in Melly and that she's changed. I feel the shift even in Abby and that she's a different person. And even Olivia, she's a different person. But it feels like Fitz is still the same immature little boy.
But you know what? One thing that I could say that has not changed about Fitz, and this is going to be very childish of me, but listen, he's still looking out the window, and I don't know if he's looking for clues. And the window, I mean, this boy been looking out the window since season 1. Like, what's out there? Like, what's out there? Is your hope out there?
We having a deep moment talking about some real stuff.
My bad.
Digging deep, analyzing.
I'm just saying. Y'all said ain't nothing changed about Fitz. That Fitz, I'm just saying something that has not changed is that, Fitz still looking out that window. But that's none of my business. But my bad. My bad.
Olivia. He'll be like, oh, excuse me, stand up, walk to the window and stare out. It's like every time he's thinking about Olivia, he's staring out the window.
I swear. I don't know if Olivia outside and they not showing us, or if he got a picture out there of her. Like, I swear, this boy. Somebody need to make a Twitter page for the window at the White House. Y'all making up Twitter pages for the cell phone, the jail, the Twitter at the White House is what y'all need to make a page for. Because I don't know, maybe they
probably got a cardboard cutout out there, just standing there.
I just really don't get that. I need like how we need a backstory on the rain. I need a backstory on the window. What's out there?
He always gotta look out there.
Why he always gotta look out there? Why he always gotta bring Olivia over there? Why Olivia always gotta go over there? You know what I mean? It's the camera, but it's that same window. They don't never be on this side. They're always on this side. Like, it's beautiful.
Tell you, it's a cardboard cutout. But
I think. Oh, we didn't talk about Abby gathering Melly together. That was a good speech. Oh my God.
That was.
Oh, when she was like, so sis, let me educate you right quick. Jackie Kennedy had her splattered across her lap.
Right.
And she got up 99 minutes later and swore in Lyndon B. Johnson. Now, I'm not saying that you can't grieve and be upset, but you got to get yourself together, okay? You had, at least you got a job. People out here unemployed. Like, come on, sis.
You sitting up here eating fried chicken that you got from the White House because you ordered it. We got people out here you know what I mean, applying for food stamp cards, and they just lost their son a week ago.
Right.
But they, you know what I mean, still working. Like, that read was plain genius. Like, it was, I was, like, when she said that about Kennedy, I was just like, listen, if Melly don't just get up and just surrender all, because right after she said that, I would have just got up and just would have been like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? You're right. You're right.
Just lift your hands. Just lift your hands.
Y'all gonna get my clothes ready, or do I need to go get my clothes ready for the State of the Union? Like, I mean, a lot of people love to, like, I think when she said that, it was more like one of those cases where Melly loved to talk about her struggle, but when she hears somebody else struggle that's similar to her, she likes to push it out the window, like, oh, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
But what Abby showed her is that she is not the first lady to go through this, and she won't be the last. And you see how regal and respected Jackie Kennedy was, and how much of an icon she was. Like, you know, just use that as your example, and even maybe your strength for that moment, because the country needs to see that it's more than you grieving. Like, that your show of strength will give strength to other women who lost their sons, like you were saying, Shay. Like, get yourself together.
Really?
And she was so sensitive. It wasn't the regular Abby who just, like, lays it on you and you better, like, straight no chaser. Like, she was really sensitive with her about it. And I was like, wow, that was great, because Abby, on the other hand, like, when she got mad at Olivia, I was like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, Melly, like, you know, Melly always wanted the power. She always wanted to be, you know what I mean, on the front line. You know what I mean? Here I am. I'm the shining star. But just like all leaders have to understand, when you're a leader, you have to lead no matter what. You know what I mean? If your mom passed away, you still have to be that leader you was yesterday when your mom was alive. You know? And Melly, like, she just put all that on the back seat. Not saying that she can't, because everybody grieves different.
Yeah.
But when you're a leader and when you're on the front line, you can't do that. Just like Abby said, you know what I mean? Because people need you. Because your pain can, like, what was it? I don't know if it was an episode, but it was like she was pregnant, and like she had went out to the field in the front of the White House, and she talked to the parents.
When that couple lost their daughter, Jenny Nystrom.
Beltway unbuckled.
Exactly. It was easy for her to do that when it wasn't her child. You know what I mean? Go ahead and now that it's my child, I can't do that. But see, you can't be that kind of person, Melly. You know what I mean? You have to be an example when you're going through it and when you're not going through it. So people are going to look at her like, but she was just with those parents, telling them everything's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just like she encouraged them, she can be that encouragement because she already actually went through it.
Right.
Know? But, you know, she just want to eat chips at the graveyard. But, I mean, like I said, everybody grieves different. But I just think that, you know, Melly gotta get
when
right.
She stepped in that, I think even more than her, like, the camera panning to her at the State of the Union, what really gripped me was when Fitz was staring off in the window again. And in the background, you see Melly come in with her red dress on. I was like, and she was like, well, I heard that.
I was going to wear blue. That's when I heard.
I love the voice. I love the voice, Lauren.
Wait, what?
I love the voice. Like, Lauren's voice totally changed. I was going to wear blue.
Because she talks so deep. Melly talks so
deep.
She
do. She was, I was
going to wear blue.
I was gonna wear blue, but like she was nervous when she was talking to him. I was gonna wear blue.
And I never saw her approach Fitz like that, you know? So it was just like, it was just all too much. It was too much. I couldn't.
It's weird to see, you know, Melly approach somebody like that. Especially the same person who be always crumb.
Oh! And you know what else? I love, people were saying that they predicted that Abby would come I mean, not Abby. Melly would come back because Olivia was back. So, like, she would snap right back into place because of Olivia. And I'm glad that wasn't the case. I'm glad she snapped back. However, I mean, she's not snapped back, but she's on her way.
She's on her way
on the road to recovery. Partially through Abby's, little message to her, and just her own determination and will. And that's like something that's always been Melly's driving force. Like, everything she does is by her own willpower, like that's what made her a strong woman. So, I'm glad that she is not because of competition or anything like that. Like, she wants to she's going to get better because she wants to get better, not because Olivia Pope is back on the scene.
Right.
Which means that Liv has no control over what Melly does. Because when you react to people, that means you're giving them the control over your emotions. So it's nice to see that, she's letting Liv know, look, sweetheart, you are not in control of me, because obviously she's in control of Fitz.
Well. And all the whelps in Welperton whelped. So,
that's Lauren knocking at your front door, because obviously that's Lauren knocking at your front door. Be clear, people. That was Lauren knocking at your front door.
Okay, so this Lake scene. Now.
Shay is hiding her face.
The show honestly could have ended with Olivia walking out of the Capitol building down the stairs. It really could have snapped to a Scandal, and then next week on Scandal, and then how to get away with murder. But no. They wanted to show Olivia get freaky with Jake and Cyrus get partially freaky with that prostitute man. And it was just a lot. So let's start with.
I'll let y'all go first. Y'all can have it first.
Okay. So, I had a feeling, I guess, that this was going to happen. Because, so. When she came in, she knocked on the door, and all she had on was the coat. I immediately said to myself, she don't got nothing on underneath that. And
especially with that wine in her hand.
And she had the wine bottle in her hand. And lo and behold, she bore for the man. And he indulged. And he picked her up, and the
preacher and
she had on some knee-high boots, and he laid her across a table of some sort, and
she on the floor.
She proceeded. Wait, I'm gonna get my preacher voice. She proceeded to kiss on his chest. It was just a lot. Now, I'm not going front. I am absolutely 100% on Alit's ship. I'm on that ship. I'm drinking martinis on the ship.
Yes. Yes.
I'm there. I am there. But I'd be a lie and a half if I did not say that scene was something else.
It sure was.
It cannot compare to even the worst Olit sex scene. But I love the actress who plays Olivia Pope. I love her commitment. But for her, but it was something. I'm glad that she got her boots knocked.
That's what you call knocking boots for real, boo.
But she the thing that I found, I think on AfterBuzz TV they mentioned this. The thing that was interesting was when Melly was talking about in 401 about, like, if you see her, you will tell me, because, you know, you see her, you get all hot and bothered, and then you come home and you try and lay on top of me. Like,
you gonna
that's
say it. You
kind
gonna
of
say
what
what I was
happened
thinking.
with Olivia.
Yup.
She saw fits, got hot and bothered.
But didn't I say this? Didn't I say this last recap?
You did. You did. You did. Evangelist Lauren, people. You did. You did. You did. I don't know why my eyelashes are over. You did. Lauren, any thoughts?
Honestly, I think that because even though I knew it was gonna be a booty call, because why else would she be over there? I didn't really see the coat coming, you know, just because I wasn't really thinking that far. But I was taken aback for a second, and I was like, oh, that's what's going on. Okay. I don't know. I really honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. It just was what it was, and it was exactly what I was talking about before. Like, she don't really want him. She's using him, and
He's just
I don't really know how I feel about that.
So
those are my
He's
thoughts.
accessible penis.
True. That is true.
And, you know, for someone who's like sexually active in that way, you know, that enjoys sex, wants to have sex, like, of course she's gonna well, she can't have the one she wants.
Right.
Can't be with the one you love the one you with. That's what Lufa said.
That's what he said, sis. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
So, but that's what I was gonna say. Now I hope, and I really hope that the Lakers out there, since they haven't been on the ship as long as the Elixirs, because Lake just happened. If you want to say officially season 2, I mean not officially, it happened unofficially season 2, but officially season 3. Because season 2, Old Lake was all a lie and he was a creep. But season 3, like, they started to have feelings or something, whatever. But now, as a veteran Olit shipper, as we all are, I just want to put you Lakers on notice.
The people.
I want to put you Lakers on notice because things are looking real good for y'all right now.
They're looking bright.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking
good. Ready. Get ready.
Yes.
Because it's going to blow up in your face, and it's going to hurt.
So, Liz.
So,
we're going to be there. I'm going to be there for you guys.
We'll be here for you. We'll post some Olitz gifts in the meanwhile, but we'll be here for you.
Yes.
Like, it's all right, because, see, that's the thing with ship wars. Like, I will never, none of us, I feel like, will ever be so, like, resistant or come at you because you ship something else, or because, like, we'll get on Marche a little bit when she be like, oh, like, but, like, it's all in love. It's never for real. Like, we're never going to be like, oh, you ship, you switch a ship. Like, and that's the thing about Scandal. You feel different about people in each episode. So, it's all love. Like, we're never gonna make you feel bad for shipping who you ship. You have the right to do that. So
right.
I'm just trying to help y'all because look,
Shonda trying to prepare y'all. That's what we're doing, okay?
in an episode. She wouldn't even give us a couple episodes. Like, Olitz will be good in the beginning of the episode and then be broken up at the end. Like, we would have episodes. At least y'all get, we will have an episode. At least y'all get, like, back-to-back episodes of
blessed,
right? Good Olake.
They're blessed this season. But, hello. My name is Marcia, and I am an Olitz shipper because I think people do not know that. But before I start my song, I really want to play this song for y'all.
Oh, God.
Let me get my music up.
When we make good love, listen to some more.
Now would you dancing like that?
That's how I do. First of all, I want to start off by saying, Cyrus, I don't really need to see that. That's like that scene I could have lived without. I could have just lived with them, going to the bar, meeting each other, and then just in my mind, just saying, okay, they're dating. I just could have had that in my mind, like, okay, they're gonna, and I could have been okay. But that whole going home and taking off your shirt,
and your pants.
And your pants, like, I already had to see you drop your pants one time, and even though I didn't see nothing, I was still hurt. You know what I mean? I didn't know sleep. But, I mean, I love you, Jeff. I love you. But that Olake scene at the end, y'all can't deny, that was pure fire. Like, I knew, how do I put it? I knew she was going to do the booty call, but... yeah. I didn't know she was gonna do it like that.
Drop the coat and come here to me, like.
Right. I'm gonna show y'all my exact facial expressions. When she came in, I was like, okay, what? Maybe they're gonna do something. But when she had dropped and all I saw was her back, I said, oh! I was looking at you like, what is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? And then she was like, come here. And he just came, and I was like, oh my God. And then, like the way she wrapped her leg, I was just like, what is going on right now? I was just all in shock. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Every, Olitz, sex scene, but y'all know I really study those. But, I got to do better with that. But, the Olake, I really never, when I look at them, I be so shocked. I just be like, oh my God, what is you doing? You're going to do it like that? What? That's how I'm really looking at TV. It's so after that I watch it. But that scene was so, that scene was just.
You know what I think it is?
And to be clear, and to be very clear, before y'all copy my mentions, because my Olitz family has really been hopping in my mentions, my love for Olitz. And, I really love them. Those are my babies. I was telling Lauren and Candace, I watched a YouTube video of of Olake, and I felt nothing.
Nothing.
I was just like, oh, I remember that.
But you know what I think it is?
I remember when that happened.
I think,
okay. But when I watch her, go ahead.
I think it's that, when she's, because I'm trying to think back, whenever she's with Fitz, it's always, love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They be making love, you feel me?
Whereas let me tell you something, speaking of, I think that it's also in the writing, because,
yeah, definitely.
And maybe even in the direction of what is written in their sex scenes is different. Every Olitz sex scene, it's not just kissing. If you look at Olake, all they do is rough kissing, and then tossing and turning one way or the other. It's never.
Into
I'm about to get a little bit explicit, but thrusts and back arches and leg lifts. It's never that with Olake like it is with Olitz.
Right.
So even in that regard, if people want to say that Olitz is only based or we only like it Olitz because their sex is better, but listen, thank you for acknowledging that their sex is better because
you know the truth. You know the truth.
But also, they don't even have to say anything.
No.
They don't have to touch.
Prime example.
They don't have to touch.
Prime example. You know that there's something there when you know, just like at the State of the Union when Olivia and Fitz were in the same room and everybody got in their feelings knowing good and well that Olivia and Fitz are really not even, yeah, they mad at each other, but you still was in your feelings, but because you know that it's two people there that actually love each other, they weren't doing anything. Or I'm not sure, but in season 2, when everybody gonna really get on me, but when they were like 1 minute when she sat on the couch with him,
that's season 1.
That is like
That's
the most important Olit scene out.
That was
and
the trail.
They didn't have sex. You know what I mean? They had no sex. It was nothing but hold me while y'all on this couch. You know what I mean?
Even that first
Just
moment
touch me.
on the bus, like, bruh.
Exactly. It's like, it's love. It's love, people. It's love. I love Olivia.
When Olivia came, for me, okay, so I told y'all my first episode that I saw Scandal was The Trail, but like when I went back and started watching season 1, and Olivia came in the Oval Office and she looked at him and like, she did a lip quiver and like her eyes filled with water, and she said, "Sweet baby," and then she rolled her eyes and she said, "Sweet baby." I was like,
right there, I was just like, what you do? Like, those moments are the best. And like, no offense, because everybody know, Olis, they've been like, Olake, they've been like, they've been hot for these last 2 episodes. We only watched 2 episodes. So they've been alright. But granted, you know what I mean? When Olivia and Fitz are just in the same room, it just I swear, it's kind of, I don't want to put the Holy Spirit into it, but it's kind of like the Holy Spirit came in. And you just in your room, like, come on in.
the presence of the Lord.
The presence.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just like, even though you're watching TV, it's like a presence just comes, like, and you just like feeling some way. And you just like, what are you doing? It's like,
y'all know we going to hell for this.
Like, I really, I don't want that, I don't want to be like Fitz and Olivia, but I want that feeling when I'm just in the room with somebody that I love, and then when people look at all this, they're like, oh my God, that's what I want. Not saying that I want to be sleeping with a married man, but I want to just hold somebody and then just know that I'm loved no matter what. You know what I mean? We don't even got to be kissing or nothing like that, but just to touch your hand, just to spend
that chemistry.
1 minute with you, 60 seconds? 60 seconds? Come on. But, like I said,
Olake will never have that. Olake will never have that.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of people are upset about the high thing, be upset. Be upset. Do you. But granted, when Fitz says hi to Olivia, something skips in your chest. When you get mad. You get mad. Something skips in your chest.
Shay.
I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can be mad, but be truthful. If Fitz would have came on that beach and said hi to Olivia 5 seconds right after Jake, y'all would have forgot about everything, because y'all know what? Y'all know the truth. But they're not trying to hear me. They're not trying to hear me.
They don't hear you though.
They're not trying to hear me. But like I said, to all my old lake friends, y'all still the homies, but I'm on the Royal Caribbean right now. And that's where I'm gonna stay. I want to be clear. That's where I'm gonna stay. But sometimes I like to come out on the board and just watch the Olay. I just like to watch it. I'm still on my boat, but I like to watch it. I like to watch.
Still on my boat.
I like to watch the waves. I like to come out.
The scenery.
Check it out. But when I go to sleep, I like to go back. To my ship. Or
you like to go back home.
Right.
Yes. Home is where the heart is. Like,
yes,
in my voice. Home is where the heart is. Like, yes. I don't start singing the song because I can't.
Okay. Before you start singing.
I'm gonna start singing the song.
So we came up with new segments really quick. First is our Hallelujah. And
Hallelujah.
that is any scene in Scandal or anything that happened during the week relating to Scandal that we just loved. And so we just say, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So who wants to start first?
Candy, you could go first.
I was just about to nominate her too, Lauren. Like, you can go first, Candy.
Okay. So my hallelujah moment was when I mentioned it before. Abby gathered Melly together and
Yeah.
said, "Put on your big girl panties and let's ride." So that just was amazing for me. I love the Lord for that.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes.
Go ahead,
Lauren?
Shay.
I knew you were gonna do that. I was gonna do that. My I hate you. My hallelujah moment was um it's gonna sound the acting of it was the hallelujah, but when Melly fell, I was just like, hallelujah. Like, thank you. Release the pain, sis. Don't hold it in. Release it. Let go and let God.
Yes.
Hallelujah. That was my hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah. But I was really hurting. But that scene was just phenomenal.
My my hallelujah was when Melly, when Fitz came out trying to tell her that they were taking pictures, and then Cyrus followed behind, of course, taking over as always. And Melly was basically like, at first it seemed like Melly was concerned. She was like, they took a picture of me at Jerry's grave, like how insensitive is that? Like that was her tone. And then when she realized like Fitz just wanted her to like, put on the dress and put on a face, she was like, aha, you funny. It ain't going down. And that was my hallelujah. I think that was the only moment of the episode where I felt like, yes, like I felt like Bellamy was giving it to me as Melly, and then I felt like Melly was giving it to me, letting Fitz know, look, boo, it's not going to go down. So
Give it
you're
up.
just going to have to be in your feelings. So that was my hallelujah moment.
That great hallelujah moments. Great.
Yes. So our other segment is called The Devil is Busy. And that's the part of the show or anything scandal related that
I already know what mine is.
that we just
I think you go first.
and we hate.
Me?
So go ahead, Lauren.
All right. The devil is busy. It's probably going to be the most obvious because this is just me being in my feelings, was the Olake moment. Because I'm like, look, sis, look. The devil, see, this is what I call magic, aka the illusion. This is, there's a reason why people often refer to magic as evil, because when the devil is trying to trick you, he uses illusions to make you believe something that isn't real. And I feel like that right there, that was magic. That was an illusion. You feel me? You hear what I'm saying? That was the smoke. That was the magician popping out his hat and a bird flying from the hat. You feel what I'm saying? And then a rabbit came out right after. That is what I call an illusion. It wasn't real, sweetheart, okay? So that right there, the devil was busy. But he's a lie. He is a lie.
And the truth ain't in him. It's not. The truth is not in him.
Nope.
That's
mine.
That'll preach an illusion. Yes. Am I next?
Yes.
Who? All right, it's gonna sound really confusing, but The devil was really, really busy. And I don't want anybody to get offended, but I just think the devil was busy on that Cyrus and his friend. The devil was just really. I could have just, like I told y'all, I could have lived without that. When I saw that, I say, not today, devil, not today. I'm not. I rebuke you in my, like, I was just rebuking my eyes, like, don't watch that, because this is just like, I just couldn't. But like I said, that was like no, I lied. Eating the fried chicken was the devil is busy moment for me because you tricked me. Like Lauren said, it was an illusion. I thought it was fried chicken. It wasn't. The devil is busy, and I am upset. I am upset because it was an illusion, and I don't like illusions. I like real. You know what I mean? Real chicken, not real. Egg roll look like a chicken. Like I was just, the devil was so busy. He come to kill, steal, and destroy, and that's what he did when I found out that
was fake chicken.
Oh my God, I was so upset. But Candace.
Okay, so the devil is busy moment is the fact that we get sneak peeks on Fridays now instead of on Tuesdays. Excuse me. See, the devil is busy. Let me tell you something. We said on Twitter, PKs on Scandal have given up watching sneak peeks. Okay, we're coming into this new season, literally, biblically, all of that, fresh and clean. Okay.
I was just about to say fresh and clean.
We don't want any kind of spoilers or anything. We want to watch and experience the episode on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. We have been delivered from watching sneak peeks. We all used to watch sneak peeks. And this is how they used to do it. They used to roll one out on Tuesday.
Yep.
And then one on Wednesday. Yep. So at least you had some time right after Scandal was over to kind of get out of your feels and like go on about your day and your weekend. And then like the next week starts, then you get excited for the next week of Scandal.
Right.
No. They putting out new sneak peeks the day after Scandal airs. You know I'm in my feels. You know I want to know what's happening next. The devil is busy, but he's a lie, and the Lord will always provide a means of escape. And he has, and they are named Marsha and Lauren, because every time I get ready to watch a sneak peek, I tell them.
She's an iPhone, y'all. It's a sneak peek on my timeline.
Wait. Did I texted you one day, right? I was like, I'm about to click on it.
I said, don't do it. Don't.
Like, we will intercede and pray on your behalf. So you will not watch.
And then the devil is really like, I don't hate it, but because I can't get mad. But when they talking about the sneak peek on your timeline, you're like,
so like I know what the sneak peek is about on Friday, like that came out on Friday. I just don't know in reference to who, so I know who was involved, but I just don't know who exactly they were talking about. Okay, whatever.
They dropping sneak peeks like, no offense, Olivia Pope, but like Olivia Pope dropping her drawers these days.
Right.
Yep.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Let us have something to wait for. Like you said, back in the day, they used to only give us like one sneak peek, and that was like probably a Wednesday because we had our days scheduled. It was Messy Mondays, and then it was Tony Tuesdays, and then it was like Inappropriate Wednesday / Washington Wednesday. And then we would always get it on that Wednesday. Yeah. And then that Thursday we would all be like, oh, okay. Then we would like try to put everything together with the promo. You know what I mean? Okay. You saw it in the preview. That's when we would, because we had our day scheduled. But now a sneak peek can drop on Messy Monday, Tony Tuesday. The whole episode is just
Scandal Hangover Friday. I got an attitude about that. Because I already got a Scandal hangover. I don't need any more of this scandal.
That's like handing me some more vodka. Like,
right. And you see I'm hurling over the toilet bowl. Like
sis, you see I got a problem. You know, you just, here you go. Take some more.
take some more, drink it.
Get some more.
Stop.
And then, you know, you get peer pressure. Like, then you got your friends talking about how good it is. Goodest vodka is so good. You know, that's
Yes.
not saying the vodka, but you got the people on, I'm just saying, like, but you got the people on Twitter talking about the sneak peek, and they're like, oh, it was so good. But,
Yes.
you know, here go the vodka was so good. Girl, it's that new edition. You know what I mean? This that peach and strawberry. You need to get on this. But you like,
It's
no,
that
I'm
new
really trying to get my
pineapple
life back.
Amsterdam. Like, right. No.
I'm really trying to get my life together. So if you could stop, and then you try to leave, but when you come back, they're still talking about it. Like, sis, what you doing? Let's talk about something else. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
All right.
This is our
we gotta
AA.
wrap this up. Predictions. What do we think is gonna happen?
Who will go first?
Who's first, Lauren?
Who, me?
I mean, it does. Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. I don't necessarily have predictions so much as I have like what I kind of not expect but kind of want. Because I'm not with the whole predicting thing. I've given up on that. I've come to the realization that I just don't know what's going to happen. But I kind of dang it, I had a thought in my head earlier too when we were talking about the cases. But I forgot about it. So what I want to see is not necessarily more Olits, but I'm just waiting for them to. I'm not even talking about intimate. I'm just talking about I'm waiting for them to just work whatever they got going on out. Like I just need them, just like Candy. Was it you that said like, you know, okay, like this is we gonna establish this is what we are.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just waiting for that. Like I don't even need them to like. I don't need them to get it together completely, but I need them to get on that road. I need them to get on route. So I need them to just like put the address in the GPS. They don't even got to drive yet. I need them to, you know what I'm saying, at least know where they're going. You feel me? So yeah, that's that. And I had another one that had to do with cases, and I don't know where that thought went. It went wherever Olivia's mind was when she was hopping on Jake. So I'm gonna let one of y'all take it.
It's time for you to go. I want you to get off the seat, leave, and then we'll text you when we're done. With the recap.
Yeah.
So my prediction is, other than the obvious that Fitz and Melly will be headed towards divorce. It might not happen this season, but they're on the healthy path towards it.
Yeah.
Like before, it was always one versus the other, but it's gonna be better if they're both like on the same page.
Yes.
Kind of and like friendly, you know, and just realize like this isn't what either of us want. So we just need to go on about our lives, you know. I think that they're gonna continue their affairs, because eventually, you know, Melly's gonna get back with Andrew. However, I think that Shonda wants that presidential divorce thing to happen. Like she didn't put that out into the atmosphere in season 1, and then drop it for it not to come back up again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cause Melly was made, or what Melly was created to only be in like 2 episodes. So, you know, she kept Melly around, but I still think that she's going to eventually write in the presidential divorce, but that's not going to get rid of Melly because Andrew's still in the White House.
That'd be some tea. Melly got married.
To the vice president, right?
That would be crazy.
That
would be a madhouse.
Yeah, that's a scandal in and of itself.
Trying to get us on the payroll. What you doing? Ideas.
So I'm very happy about that, and I'm even happy that Melly and Fitz are like a team. So that's cool.
In a
Like
good
I'm not mad at that. I don't think that Fitz being by Melly's side means that he's in love with her again. So
Right.
I actually think that they're gonna be on their way to a healthy divorce. Anyways, and my other prediction is that Cyrus is gonna die. This is why.
See, I was waiting for you to kind of say something like that because I remember we were talking about before who do we think is going to die this season.
Yep.
And I
want
kind of
that-
felt like you were leaning towards Cyrus.
I want that toupee to die first though. But I mean, go ahead, sis.
I think he's gonna die because there's so much mention about his health and like changing his diet and broken heart, and then even with the storyline with this man trying to set him up with Portia, like something, and then even David, if he continues to go on with his B613 take, like something, some way, somehow, is gonna get to Cyrus. And the other thing is, like, nothing in this show is pointless. So the
Right.
fact that Olivia and Fitz were made godparents of
Come on,
Ella.
Candy. Come on, Candy.
Listen,
Come
you
on.
remember how
Give me my feelings, Candy. Go ahead.
Fitz had all them rooms in Vermont for the children? One of them rooms is for Ella.
Yes, it sure is.
So it'll be sad because we like Cyrus' viciousness and stuff, but and once again, I'm not saying that it may happen this season. I just feel like that's something that Shonda has like in her back pocket
Yeah. Yeah.
as a possibility.
True. Now that would be
So
that'd really mess me up.
yeah.
I'll be texting y'all know I'm already emotional. I'll be like texting y'all like, y'all see
Shay
this?
is so. Let me tell y'all, Shay
Don't
is
do that.
so. All right. I'm not considering her, man.
I'm really a
gonna put her
thug.
spot.
I don't listen. If they tell y'all I'm emotional, it's really not true. Like I'm everything I do. But my prediction is I don't know if this is gonna sound crazy, but I think that Lizzie Bear is kind of like the new age Billy Chambers in a way.
Ooh.
I didn't
I
think
think
that.
so.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I was because she's sneaky. You know what I mean? And you think that she's on your side, and even though like her and Cyrus are like, they fussing or whatever, it's kind of like that friendly fussing, but not like too aggressive. But then behind
Friendly
closed doors,
sparring.
but behind closed doors, she got something else on her mind. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So just like we thought Billy Chambers was on our team, but he wasn't. I think that Miss Lizzie Bear is the new Billy Chambers.
And she gonna try and kill somebody.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it might be Cyrus.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're excited for 403 Inside the Bubble. We're excited for every episode. So we will see you next week. Thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you next
Like,
week.
See you later.
Deuces.
Peace.